So today's bias isn't the cleanest. Let me show the daily record on my end. Versus RTY. So we have yesterday on YM creating that C2 away from the second stage SMT. And we have these filler swings above pretty high that are very clean to reach for. So today is likely to reach for pretty high in these filler swings, I would say. But yesterday made an inside week. This week is a holiday week because of Christmas. VA is kind of like becoming shitty now, which makes sense. But nevertheless, if today is going to make C3 continuation to reach for these filler swings, ideally today respects the closest Biscuit array on the 1 hour 4 array, but as you can see on RTY, we've already reached these filler swings here. These highs, pretty high in these highs here. So there's SMT here. I don't want to see that hold. Problem is been dropping down to the 4 hour today, but yesterday expanded, retraced away from filler swings into this gap. And then we've been consolidating as they opened up within this range, and we've been consolidating ever since. No key level, only 1 hour or 4 hour has been reached to frame the high day or low day. So I want to see 6 a.m. during the driver head lower, take this low as a relevant low to this low, and then to create that swing point away from this key level to define the low day, right? I would have to wait though. I can't trade during the driver because there's no, like I said, there's no high day or low day established away from the key 1 hour 4 hour level. But so I just gotta wait for the driver to confirm the narrative. But like I said, as of right now, RTY is taking these failure swings. Here. We've already taken this high, but we're heading above this high soon on RTY. So it's gonna be S&B here. Maybe we head lower today to reach for pretty low. We don't respect that C2, but which wouldn't kind of make sense because price created this S&T here, and then we've been consolidating ever since then. So FMT followed by consolidation is usually filler S&T. So just the bias is not clean, so I gotta be careful, especially this week. But I'm gonna go full on, just all in this week, because if I don't pass this demo account this week, then I failed this evaluation. But all I want in an ideal world today, manipulates this low during 6 a.m. I don't think I'm gonna trade it though because of the wick size. I would wait for 6 a.m. to close, wait for the new account to open. And all I'm trying to do is trade a 4 hour expansion candle away from the key level on the 1 hour 4 hour. And I'm trying to align the daily 4 hour with the expansion, the 1 hour 30 minute, of course. So, but I can't trade this if there's no universal model, if there's no key level reached to frame the high day or low day off of. It's 50-50 at this point. The daily supports expansion bullishly and bearishly. So it's really just depends on what do we do during the driver, I guess, and what level gets reached, and how do we react away from that level. But if the driver expands lower into range low, that means that we have SMT. The driver is expanding away from that. Technically, we manipulate a range high at first, and so I just got to see how do we continue the expansion through this low, because we can easily just chop for the rest of the day. I don't know. It's really not that clean. See what everybody else is thinking here. I could take this. Good. An AM, but the problem is if non-AM doesn't put in that, if it does put in the reversal, it would be driver continuation. Therefore, I wouldn't be able to trade this because there's no entry on the 1 hour 30 minute with the CST. So I don't care about a 5 minute entry. especially since our TY is reaching these key levels. I really gotta see if the driver reverses away from it or not. Because if we don't and we expand higher, and let's say we leave these filler swings open for 10 EM to reach, then 10 EM will be clean. But right now it's just a gamble. It's literally, it's not worth it. It's not clear. Immediate back test or something. Is, I feel like ideally we had lower this week, but are taking extra range. That's what I'm saying. Ideally we had lower to reach into this water block or take these filler swings out to then go higher. Or maybe we just continue the expansion lower to reach for these filler swings, but I think we should definitely return back into this range. On EQ, right, about this low here, but especially since prices like fell into reverse away from this SMT, so we'll see what happens. It's like Monday, obviously Christmas is on Thursday, so it's fucking this week's gonna be ass. So today's gonna make the C3 expansion now, away from the CSD, away from the C2, right? Then price must respect EQ the per day range, but dropping down to the floor to define the validation level to look for the universal model. Fall away from that to determine the high or low day. See that today is opening up with an acceleration. We have yet to reach any key level on the 1 hour for to frame the low day or high day. So I'll have to wait for price to reach into one of these levels here, firm reversal off of it, and then I can try the continuation. If we don't do it here in 6 AM, I don't think much trade. It really depends. If 6 AM reaches into it, if it doesn't, if it reaches into it, like say if 6 AM heads lower, reaches into its low, falls to reverse, then that's when I can look for a 10 AM reversal, confirming the low, the 10 AM fork, with the 1 hour 30 minute CSD, or I mean, swing point. But as of right now, this is we just gotta wait. Gotta wait for more confirmation. I don't see how anybody can trade it right now. Maybe you see this FMT, maybe 9 a.m. reverses crease at C2, and then you just anticipate 9:30 C3 continuation. Sure, it's one way, but it's tradable for sure. That's probably gonna be two-stage SMT that forms. Um, lower probability, so it's not clean. I'm just trying not to be greedy. I want to be very picky with the trades that I trade. But the days that I trade, you know what I'm saying? For minutes. There you go, this is right here. There's nothing about this. So I'm gonna wait for the driver to confirm. I don't know. And it's reversing. Duration at that point. There you go. Not surprised that the driver did that. Even RTY is reversing away from literally nothing. I mean, it would have been cleaner actually if RTY reached this key level during 9 AM and then reverse. Since we didn't, yeah, that was not clean like, at all. Yeah, ideally the driver headed lower though. Ideally it had to lower to take this low and then go higher. But looks like we're not willing to. So either AMD continuation or we do reverse lower. So now what we do during the driver. That's a crazy question. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna trade it in. The fact that we're reversing away from further swings, we're not creating SMT with them. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so it'd be best to just let money print. About the die, so I gotta fucking